1 in 3 women will die from heart disease or stroke. Take that into consideration when you really think about why this awareness is so important.
A traveling gallery called Banking on a Change was designed to help spread the word about heart disease. It features the stories of local women, including Angie Jorgensen.
Well, Angie is here. She's alongside Kevin Langin of First National Bank. Thanks for stopping by
Nice
this morning.
to meet you. Welcome
Angie,
back.
good to see you. Can you take us back a little bit and tell us what happened? When was this?
This was actually December 7th of 2012. It was a pretty crazy day. I am a wife, a mother, a sales director with Mary Kay. I also teach a few fitness classes. I'm a runner, so it was not events I was expecting to happen. I remember going to bed the night before thinking I was coming down with a cold, and the next morning I woke up and everything changed.
Thank God your husband was home,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
He got you to the hospital.
Yes.
This was very serious. How bad did it get?
Well,
Were you?
fortunately, he had canceled a last-minute hunting trip, and truly, I always tell him, I said, you saved my life before anybody else had a chance.
What had happened? What were your
Well,
symptoms?
I woke up in the morning feeling awful, kind of like I was coming down with the flu. And the next thing you know, I was fighting to breathe, and thank goodness, I had the presence of mind to say, take me to the hospital. He rushed me to the hospital. I got there and went into cardiac arrest not long after. I coded for 15 minutes before they brought me back with CPR. I coded again, and they brought me back again. At that point, I had about 5% heart life and was not expected to live. My family told me goodbye at that time, and they actually life-flighted me to the University of Nebraska Medical Center,
Oh, Angie.
where I was hooked up to a machine called ECMO, which does the work of your heart and your lungs while they try to figure out what's wrong with you. It is for last-ditch hopeless cases, I'm told.
But look at you now. This whole story seems amazing to see you today. You feel okay?
You know,
You okay?
incredible doctors, and nothing short of a miracle, truly. I am blessed, for sure. It was events you would never really expect to happen, and I probably don't fit under the category of the type of person you would think that would happen to. But a blessing nonetheless. And it was, I remember, the cause of all of it was a condition called pheochromocytoma, which is a rare tumor on the adrenal gland. But what had happened is that tumor, which they often go undiagnosed, in fact, I understand that 50% of them are found in autopsy. And the others, the large proportion, they find it with hypertension issues. I didn't have any of that. And so mine was just a rare, in fact, I don't know anybody who has gone through that survived it.
We're
I'm
glad
sure
you're
they're out
here.
there.
We're glad you're here.
Thank
And
you.
Kevin, I know that you
Yes,
wanted
thank
to share her story. You and First National Bank wanted. Why was that important to share Angie's story?
Well, it's something I think a lot of people aren't aware of. I mean, some of the statistics you brought up at the beginning, that it affects 1 in 3 women, and that they will suffer from cardiovascular disease. And so, as a supporter of this community, we want to be sure that people understood stories like Angie's. And so we're featuring 8 very brave women from the metro area who have suffered from some form of cardiovascular disease. And we really want people in our community to know that this is something that's really 80% preventable. There are things that we can do to prevent cardiovascular disease, so we want attention to be paid to it and people to really check themselves out, watch for the factors, be ready.
Where will this gallery be? Where is it now, and then what's the plan as it travels?
It's traveling through a series of our branches during the month of February. So there are 2 in Omaha, 1 in Bellevue, 1 in Council Bluffs over the next couple weeks, where you can physically go into the branch, see the stories, learn about it. It's also on firstnational.com on our community spotlight. You can read each of these vignettes as well.
Yeah. It's called Banking on a Change. That's called the traveling gallery, right? And you're
Yes.
also, in addition to this, you're also doing something else, something extra at one of your branches this month. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, again this year at our 132nd and West Center Road branch, we have a beacon that is turned on every night to shine into the sky and remind people that this is American Heart Month and they should be thinking about heart disease and cardiovascular disease and how they can prevent it.
Angie, what's your message to other women?
Take care of your health. Don't ignore little signs. I mean, I think that in my case, I probably didn't see a lot of those things, but if you are dealing with stress or anxiety, or just keep your checkups regular. In addition to being in cardiac arrest, I also had at least one stroke. And so I woke up a complete invalid at first, and it was a day-to-day thing. But the fact that I had taken great care of my health, the doctors told me that was instrumental in recovery.
Yeah, were there other things that you now notice prior to the night before, maybe symptoms that you were ignoring, or
I
was
did
there
have
anything?
some anxiety, definitely. I have teenagers, so I thought, that's it.
Right, that's got to be it, right.
I thought it was normal. No, but, and they're great kids, so it doesn't even explain it.
Yeah.
But I look now and I do see that there were signs that I probably overlooked, but take care of your health, because you have one body to live in, and you have nowhere else to live, so
Yeah.
take great care of it.
Well, it's great to have you here today. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And it's
Yeah,
great to
thanks a
see
lot.
you spreading the
Kevin, great
word
to see you
with
again.
First National Bank. And if you would like to connect with the American Heart Association and any of the events this February and then beyond, we encourage you to call or log on to heart.org/Omaha. All the best.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
Thanks for
betcha.
having us.
All right, like millions of people, you might have watched the Montel Williams show back in the day, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, these days, Montel is lending his voice to public education, his message, and why he got involved when we return.